Now let's hear from Kris Pangilinan, a vendor at the Lapu Lapu Festival, and he was getting ready to pack up when the incident began. And Kris, describe for us that moment.
It was horrific. It was something out of a movie, something that I never thought I'd see in my life or experience in my life. It was something that I just never thought would actually happen in Canada, let alone in front of my eyes.
And so I can imagine you're just trying to process what is happening in front of you. So describe it for us, if that's okay. So the SUV, what, just roared past you?
Yeah, so our tent, our booth was actually close by to the entrance of the festival, and right beside our booth was the food trucks. It was very common for a lot of vehicles to go in and out throughout the day to load and unload their belongings from their booth. Coming to the end of the festival, it was expected that many vehicles were starting to come in and slowly move their stuff out. So this vehicle just looked like it was a normal vehicle coming in. The barricade was moved so that they were allowed to come in. The vehicle slowly made its way through the first two booths and then started to pick up speed. It sideswiped someone on the right. I looked at it and I was like, this guy's going kind of fast. And then by the time we realized that he hit someone, he slammed on the pedal and a big rev from the engine made a huge noise throughout the entire festival, and he just slammed right into hundreds of people. And it looked like a bowling ball hitting bowling pins, and all the people were flying. There were people that were flying higher than the height of a food truck. I just remember vividly just the shock and the sound of the bodies hitting the vehicle. And it's something I'm going to have to live with for a long time. And I just can't get that image and sound out of my head. It's been less than 24 hours, and it's still every couple of minutes I'm thinking about it. Today I was at Granville Island, and I can't even look at people who are walking on the sidewalk or walking on the street because I know what just happened. I saw people's bodies just flying. It's just such a horrific event.
Yeah, and appreciate the fact that you're going through this and explaining it for people who are watching right now. So you go from this moment of chaos and violence to what, like almost silence?
It was just a lot of yells and screams and kind of shock. The person beside me was a vendor from San Diego who came all the way to Vancouver just to sell at this market. I came from Toronto to sell at this market. We never thought that something like this could ever happen. It was a beautiful sunny day.
Kris, tell me about the shoe you found at your booth.
Yeah, so I was packing up. I was leaving because I just didn't want to be there anymore, and for my safety, I thought it would be best to go. And a lot of my products were actually underneath the table. So when I went to go pick up my products under the table to put it onto the table and organize, I noticed a left Nike Air Force One on the floor. And I don't know whose that belongs to, whose shoe that belongs to, whether it's someone who got hit by the car or was someone running, but it was a single shoe. And we notified police that, hey, there's someone missing a shoe here. We don't know who it is. And they said, we'll take care of it. And then that moment, they actually took the table that we sold our products on and that we created so much happiness. And they took that table to carry away bodies. So it was such a surreal way to end the night, especially in the booth that created so much happiness and joy for a lot of Filipinos.
What are you doing for your own mental health, like to deal with what you've lived through?
I immediately spoke to friends and family. I was comforted by some good friends here in Vancouver. I'm very lucky to have them in my life. And right now, I'm getting ready for a flight to go back to Toronto, and I just really want to go home and hopefully just be with my family. That's really it. I think hopefully I'll be able to get some kind of help through some therapy. But right now, it's as someone who used to work in news, and I saw a lot of this trauma and these accidents that happen and on video. It's different. It's a different feeling than being numb and understanding how that works. This is actually something that happened in my in front of my eyes. So it's going to take some time to process, but there are others that are have been affected more than I have. especially through injuries or death.
Well, I mean, I wish you well, and I appreciate you telling the story because I think it does explain to people a little bit about this, the horror of Saturday night. So take care of yourself, Kris.
Thank you, Ian.